Here we are.
Yeah.
Just been scolded.
I've been scolded for wanting to take a bag. We're not taking this bag! Why do you think we should take this bag? Everything's full, there's no room!
I admit that I have maybe been dragging my feet this morning because I'm a little bit worried about what we're going to find on the boat when we open her up. Because we're in Luperon now, Dominican Republic.
Says who?
And welcome back to Naughty Nook Season 2. What do you think is in store for us today?
Lots of sweating. The boat's going to be about 400 degrees in the shade inside.
How mouldy, how cockroachy, how rodenty.
I'm curious to see two things. If the bilge has got any water in it and how full it is. The other thing I'm curious on, other than the bilge, is how the solar panels have kept up with the power. I wasn't sure whether to take the solar panels off in case a hurricane came, which would have been a big job, but we decided to leave the panels on and just chance it. Luckily we haven't had a hurricane, so the solar panels should be doing their job, hopefully.
This is us, Luperon, here we are. We'll show you guys around when we get the chance, but for now we're gonna call ourselves a moto taxi and head to the Dom.
Oh,
good luck.
Good luck you. Don, welcome back. J-Baby's default reaction. Cool.
Yes, we're back, and the Dawn's here exactly as we left her. A little bit dustier, but no moldier. Stoked, winning. Some things have been a little bit better than we anticipated, some things not as good. So the outboard, for instance, that was a bad day. There was pumping surf and Beef just wanted to get the dinghy out to the surf spot at the entrance to Luperon and wouldn't start. Started to put her back together, so the canvas has gone on, the Bimini and the Dodger. We put the jib up today, the Genoa up today, but the mainsail when we put her up had a bit of a rip, so we've got to take her in. Got no cushions here. We're getting the cushions reupholstered, and yeah, just in work mode. There's lots to be done. Lots of blue jobs right now. So unfortunately for Beef, he's working quite hard.
Blue job?
Blue job is stuff that Beef is better at than me, so he tends to do.
What are your jobs?
Pink jobs.
Oh.
Stuff that I'm better at. But no, it's all about courage, getting over some fears, facing fears, and being a little bit more confident this year. So that is gonna happen. But so far so good. We're absolutely stoked. She was in way better condition than we thought. I was quite scared. I was quite nervous actually. Yeah, rented a little place in town from the lovely Nielsa, and that's been so great. A little oasis at the end of the day. She's coming together and we're stoked. We don't know why the solar was good. Beef was a bit worried about that, but one of the battery monitors isn't registering, even though the battery, he tested it and it's at full charge, so not really too sure why that's happened. So we got a little bit of problems to deal with, but you'd expect that leaving your boat in the hard for 4.5 months. Today's Sunday. I'm hoping it was supposed to be a day off, then it turned into a half day, and now it's almost 1, so I'm hoping we knock off soon. Boatyards are always hard work and not the nicest environments, but I tell you what, it's a hell of a lot better prepping your boat for going sailing than it is getting her ready for hurricane season and packing her down, so holla to that one. What do you reckon? A lot better getting her ready to go sailing than packing her up for hurricane season?
Yeah, and as busy as we are, we're not going to be nearly as busy as some of the people in this boatyard. There's a lot of projects going on. It would be good if we were at home, kicking back with a litre of beer.
Whoa, how did that happen? Well, nothing says the end to a good day working in the boatyard like a litre of beer.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Bottoms up, mofos!
A liter of beer, just to be clear.
Getting ready to splash today. Well, the boat was supposed to go on a trailer today. Yesterday afternoon, today's Monday. Yesterday, Sunday, I came in and there was a little osmosis water leak from a spot that I knew about, like a blister that had water in it. So
in the rudder?
No, it wasn't in the rudder. It was on the skeg, and I explored it and started sanding it out because I wanted to just repair that little hole where it had been ingressing water. And I opened up this big can of worms. See that? See the water in there? Can you see that?
Yep.
So that's the first area I want to grind. Any wet areas have to be grounded out. These were wet, but the water slowly dripped down. So I'm expecting to find this water layer all the way down to about here somewhere. So all this is going to have to come off this paint, and this whole layer of fiberglass here, it's about this thick, is going to have to be sanded off and taken down to solid stuff underneath. I know what you're saying, you should be wearing a mask when you're doing this, and you're dead right. But this is what I do on the tools as a chippy sometimes when you're doing a quick cut. There's a technique to it, which is a bit safer than just breathing it in. You basically, like you're free diving, you just relax, breathe up, take a big breath, go in, hold your breath, do your grinding for a minute or so, whatever you can do, and then turn the grinder off, walk into the breeze, blow the nose out, and then take a breath of clean air. And if you do that, you won't breathe as much dust in. But it's not sanctioned by the safety authorities, but hey, it's better than nothing. You gotta do what you can. Yeah. Oh, you could use this like that.
It's okay, no problem. Use it.
Yep.
Fiberglass. Open.
I'd say the delamination problem gets bigger and bigger. We think that the problem's actually started down here. This is Isaac, he's the marina manager.
Yeah.
Hola, Isaac.
Yeah.
He's been looking after us, he's the one driving the trailer and doing all the repairs. He's the man, he's the guru.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been repaired on this side once before. It looks like there's an epoxy filler on top of this brass, whereas the other side's just fiberglass. So we reckon this has happened a few years back, and we thought the water was starting to come in from here and travel down to the bottom. But Isaac thinks, nah, not this time. He reckons coming in from down here and travelling up. And it's travelled up here and it's spread to this zone.
We've been on the hard for 2 weeks now, trying to get all things sorted, and we wouldn't really be in a rush except for the fact that we have a diesel mechanic who's here from the States, and he's an expert in our engine. He just happened to be here getting dental work done. Diesel Don, his name is, and we really want him to work on our boat, but he can't work on the engine until the boat's in the water. So yesterday things got a little bit heated. Beef got a little bit upset and had a bit of a chat to Isaac as he was splashing a couple of boats, so he had a lot going on, but we were pretty upset about how things are progressing or lack thereof.
They originally said it was going to take 3 to 4 days, and it ended up being a week, and then it became 10 days, and now it's over 2 weeks and they're still not even close to...
Not even finished sanding the boat.
Like it's a joke.
So anyways, I was speaking to our good friends Bums on a Boat, Joel and Michael, the other day. They're on the hard a couple boats down from us. They are the real deal as far as sailing sea gypsies go, and Joel had some pretty good words of wisdom for us, and he also has a good philosophy about being on the hard, so I'm going to take you over and you can hear what he has to say. This is Joel and Michael with their boat Shakmate. How long you guys been in the boatyard for?
Oh God, like
going on a year.
no, yeah.
Well, we left for 3 months and
We
came
left,
back.
but about a year.
But our boat has been here for a year. But what I like is how she asked for some nuggets.
Yeah, I like them
So
nuggets.
I have a nugget. One nugget is the rule of thumb on sailing is if you have a schedule, it's the most dangerous thing And I've learned that being on the hard is it's very similar to sailing. And we had a schedule when we first pulled out, we were only going to be out for 2 weeks. Here we are a year later. And those first 2 weeks were the most stressful weeks that I've been through in a while.
Yeah.
And then once we threw the schedule out, then everything, well, now we're still here, so maybe you got to balance it a little.
But if you're trying to walk that fine line where you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you also want to get some work done by the people who work here, it's gonna be tough. And I think maybe Janet and Beef are in that situation where they've had some frustrations.
It's just different culture and they're a lot more tranquilo.
Tranquillo.
Super chill.
Oh, thanks guys. In the future, we will always do our own bottom jobs. That way it's done to our liking and to our schedule. So, important lesson learned. Let's just hope there's enough time after we splash for the diesel mechanic to do his job, that he's even still here. The one good thing about walking up that hill is these amazing views. Have a look.
I really want to thank Isaac and his team here at Marina Tropical. They got the bottom job finished just in time. Now, the question remains, do we have enough time for Diesel Don to work his magic? Tune in next time to see how we went.
Happy 1,000 subscribers and happy 30 knots plus of wind for us. It was supposed to be an easy 20-mile sail and then it ended up with me on the floor here in a ball. Thanks to all you guys for all your love and subscriptions, and hopefully we make it! If you like this video, subscribe and leave us a comment below.
Or maybe even a thumbs up.
Thanks for watching, legends. Cheers, until next time.
Adios.
Don Quijote.